Hello everyone. So our today's topic of discussion is basically the continuation of the demand forecasting and information collection series. So this is the part 2 video, basically the part 2 of information collection section of the demand forecasting chapter. In the previous video, we had mentioned about something called the MIS, right? The management information system. Now we'll progress from there. So basically the MIS system needs to understand what their marketing managers think that they need versus what they actually need, and then what is economically feasible in terms of data collection to providing that information to the managers, which they will use and finally help in making proper marketing decisions, right? So all this needs to be analyzed by the MIS. Now, for this, MIS relies on three major things. First one being the internal company records, which they already have, right, or they collect regularly. The second one is the market intelligence activities, and the third one is the proper marketing research that happens after that. Okay, now in this video we'll discuss about the first, which is the the internal company records. Now company records also has three things in it. First one is the order payment cycle, second one is the sales information system, and the third one is the database, data warehousing, and data mining. Right now, talking about the first one, which is the order to payment cycle. Now in the order to payment cycle, it is basically the journey from getting the order to order completion, right? Now if you see in this, there are a lot of steps involved, a lot of departments involved. Now let's say like a dealer or a wholesaler or a sales rep puts an order within the company, right? That has its own order generation schemes. You have various departments in the company that take care of that. So at that time also, there are a lot of paperwork, a lot of information gets collected. Now the sales department gets that request. What will sales department do? Sales department will check into their inventories, they'll check into their out of stock inventories, they'll go to the warehouse people and check, do we have the inventory for order fulfillment or not? After that, what will happen? Invoices will be generated, order fulfillment will happen. The warehousing team will have its own set of documentation that will be recorded in terms of whether the order is ready for shipment, whether it is in transit. That will further help in deciding the inventory turnovers, when to order the next inventory, how much inventory is going in and out, right? After that, the invoice has been generated, the product has been sent to the customer, then the accounts team come into play, where it decides on what are the accounts receivables, what are the accounts payables, right? Then this helps them in calculating the liquid assets, current assets, their liabilities, what is their current ratio. All these things are calculated based on each and every information that happens from order to payment of a particular product, right? So this whole cycle, this whole information, so much information is getting collected. All this is very important, right, to make multiple decisions with the company. And the exciting part is, this is the readily available information for the company. They don't have to go outside to collect this information, and so much can be done with it, right? Now the second part comes where usually companies interact with the customers. That is the sales information system. Now marketing managers need this information very timely and accurately, right? Now, in the sales information system, if I take an example, let's take an example of Walmart, such a big company, such a big wholesale company, many let's say stores, like thousands and millions of customers every day. Walmart collects information of each product sold to what customer at every store at every hour, and refreshes that information, puts that information in the system on hourly basis. So see how much data they are collecting every hour, and how much data they are processing and providing to the to their managers, marketing team, right? Furthermore, what's much more faster than that is the e-commerce websites. Now e-commerce websites have something like cookies, which help them track how customers are behaving on their websites, which is the link they are clicking, which is the product they are looking at but not purchasing. All these helps them to make strategies on browse abandonments, category abandonments. If you are at checkout and you have not purchased, so they have checkout abandonment email series, SMS series. All this information they are tracking through cookies, right? So much information coming to the customers, to the company, just by seeing how the customer is interacting with their websites. Now with so much information, another aspect that comes into place is that you need to interpret that knowledge very carefully. If that knowledge is not interpreted carefully, wrong information will go to the back end and wrong decisions will be made. For example, let's take an example. So let's say a car dealer has 3 yellow Mustangs, right? And then there's a customer who comes and he wants a red Mustang. Okay, now the sales rep might be able to convert that customer into buying the yellow colored Mustang through his skills and whatnot, right? And what will be the information that goes at the back end once that yellow Mustang has been sold? That, oh, people are really in want of yellow Mustangs, let's make more yellow Mustangs. But what was the real information? The customer wanted red Mustang, right? So half-fed information is really, really dangerous, right? So that needs to be taken care of in this modern era when you have so much information coming to the system. Now that brings me to the third point, which is data warehousing and data mining. Now data mining is basically collecting raw information and processing it into meaningful information that can be used by the company. Why it is important? Because there is so much data fed and that data needs to be arranged. Some patterns need to be identified. What is the relationship between those patterns and how those final data processes can solve a certain business problem. All that is really important, right? Why that is important? Because today you will see that the data that it is coming inside the system is basically causing information overload. Now when you have something called information overload, your important data can also render useless if not processed and analyzed properly, right? So taking example of big companies like Walmart, also taking examples like of a company Tesco. Now Tesco, every month it collects information worth 1.5 billion pieces of information coming to the system, and that they analyze and then they decide on what should be the pricing of their products, what should be the schemes, how they want to display their product in the store, what will go faster, what will go faster, what will sell faster, what are the slow movers. All that is analyzed by 1.5 billion pieces of data. That's terabytes and terabytes of data, right? Another company, Williams-Sonoma uses this information to make personalized catalogs for their customers, right? Because they have so many kitchen and homeware products and all those things. So personalized catalog, consider making personalized catalogs for your customers. So much data they need of their individual customer behavior, right? Another very big brand, Amazon. Now Amazon drives 30% of their sales from just the section of you may also like. That product you purchase and then you in their next email you see a section that says you may also like. Now 30% of the sales driven of the for Amazon just by that section. What is that section? It's basically their historical record data which they use to see what if the customer has bought X product, they have the tendency to buy Y and Z as well. So if you ordered a cricket bat from Amazon, you purchase that, in the you may like section you might see cricket gloves, cricket ball, the pads, cricket helmet, all those accessories there, and they with their analysis they have seen that those sell. So driving such big amount of sales just by that section, that too just using internal company records. See how important it is, how information flows, how important the analysis and interpretation of the correct information is there, right? I hope this video was really informative. We have just touched on the first section, that is internal company records, and then the 3 subheadings under that. In the next video, we will start touching upon the market intelligence activities, which is again very important. But then for that, the company goes outside their frame, right? Obviously, we will definitely discuss that. I hope you like this video. I'll put the link to the part 1 also. Do check that out. Please like, subscribe and share, and take care of yourself. Thank you.